Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and the first live stream of 2018, and it's actually supposed to be the last Senate Q&A of 2017. I'm just 2 days late to the party, but I hope you're all doing good. This is the monthly series that I do where I basically answer questions from my senators both in the Discord and in the chat, so that's why it's in Senate only mode. All of my other streams are free for everyone to chat. But just an explanation for those of you who are watching who might not know what this is. I think I've done them for almost a year now, actually, so most of you probably recognize them. Hello there, Real Smooth Gamer, Senate Central, Commander Cloxy, Bob, Adam Swee, Owen, but he was here half an hour ago, so he might not be here now. I hope you're all doing good. Like usual, I'm gonna start off by answering some questions from the Discord, and then I'll jump back to the chat, back and forth, basically. Hello there, GTH, and yeah, you're right, since March. I think March was when they launched the YouTube sponsors, basically. And Echo is here as well. So let's just dig into some questions, because usually the questions takes longer than you might think. And Patrick McRain also here. Happy New Year to you as well. Good to see so many senators in the chat. And I think we are still over 100, actually. Let me take a look, because it's dropped down a little bit since my last stream, but it's still over 100, which I'm very happy about. And it's usually, as soon as you take a week or so break from streaming, it drops down, which makes sense. That's how it is on Twitch as well. But so yeah, if we're gonna start off with some questions, hopefully this is large enough for you guys to read. It should be, if you're watching full screen at least. So first question, Owen is always there when I cut the questions, and he's like, I think he's been the first question for next month as well, actually. Yes, Owen, it just started 3 minutes ago, and you came right just in time for your own question to be answered. How was your day today? It was very good, thank you. I'm quite tired though, because I don't know, I slept for so long yesterday after New Year's Eve, and then I had to get up early today for some meetings with my accountant and stuff, so I didn't sleep too many hours, so I'm pretty tired, but otherwise good. And December was great, thank you. I mean, we have the Last Jedi, Christmas, New Year's, and all that kind of stuff, so it was a very good month. And how was your Christmas? Yeah, pretty good. It was a very traditional Christmas, I would say. We're hanging out with your family and relatives, eating a bunch of good food, and just chilling out. Nice to get a break from not sitting at my PC every day. read some Darth Plagueis, Darth Plagueis the novel, or wait, is it called Darth Plagueis the Wise, or just Darth? Wait, I have it right here. It's just called Darth Plagueis. Yeah, so I read this during the Christmas. I've only gotten I don't know, a quarter of it so far, but I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it so far. So yeah. What did you get for Christmas? Some that might sound boring, but things that I actually want. My parents are gonna buy and help me out, install what the hell is that called in English? Storage, basically, because it's still pretty empty in my apartment, so I need more storage. And so they were like, okay, we'll buy that and we'll ship it to you, or I don't even know. Yeah, they'll help me get it from IKEA here or something like that, basically, and build it up and all that kind of stuff. Because that's I don't really want stuff anymore for Christmas. Like, if there's anything, when you start working, if there's something you want, whether it's a game or a toy of some sort, like a figurine of Star Wars, you usually just buy it. So I don't feel this. It wasn't like when you were a kid and you made this big list of stuff you want and you got really happy when you got it. So yeah, but it was more stuff like that. That's things that I kind of want more than getting fun stuff, so to say, if that makes sense. And hello there, Bardi, Devin as well, Immortal Soldier. A lot of people in the chat. Good to see you. You should have asked for a new house for Christmas, says Owen. Yeah, right. I'm not related to what's that rich Swedish guy called who made IKEA? I can't even remember. Okay, I'm not related to the guy who owns IKEA or started IKEA. He's called I can't remember right now. What was your Christmas dinner like? Well, I think I posted on Instagram, so you probably got a good view of that. It was really good. A lot of different stuff, everything from sausages and meatballs to pate, is it even called that in English? I don't even know. And I don't know, too much stuff to bring up, okay? Did you get drunk on Christmas? No, I don't know if other families do that, but we don't. We mean, obviously we have some schnapps and some beer and stuff, but getting drunk, no, I don't think anyone ever gets drunk on our Christmas. Thoughts on the Last Jedi season? It started off good. I like the fact that you get to pick side and that they actually have challenges to do every week. It's a lot better than the last game, but it's still a lot. They have a long way to go because they're communicating so poorly, and it kind of feels like the last couple of weeks haven't been that exciting. But I mean, it's still a lot better than the last game, and that's what people fail to see. In the last game, we basically had a launch, and then that was it. Like, no active seasons, no active weekly challenges, no weekly rewards, nothing like that. But that's kind of how I feel about it. When I think about it, like, yeah, it isn't too exciting right now, but then I realized, yeah, it was a lot less exciting for the last game. So they have a lot to work on for upcoming seasons, but I still think this is a big boost from the last game, that's for sure. Are you looking forward to the new year? Yes, I am very much looking forward to this year and seeing what it will bring in, both for me and the channel, and so on. Thoughts on the movie The Last Jedi? I feel like I don't want to reiterate questions about The Last Jedi here. I've answered them like 1,000 times in both the video I made and like the streams and everything, so I'm not gonna repeat everything again about what I think overall, but if there's some specific questions here, I might answer them. But in short, better than The Force Awakens, that's what I think. There's some issues, but it's good. It's a good movie. I will read questions from the chat as well, Devin. I usually try to get through a couple from the Discord, and then I switch to the chat for a little bit, and then I go back and forth, because otherwise I get stuck and never actually get through the questions on the Discord. Yeah, exactly, like Owen said. Have you become fat? No, unfortunately, I didn't have that much Christmas food. What faction will you choose? I did pick at the First Order. Since you live in Sweden, are you a feminist? I'm not sure what to answer to that question. I don't really want to talk politics. I'll put it this way. I think equal rights for everyone is something I fully agree on, but I think feminism in general can be extremely or very extreme sometimes. It's kind of clouds that word, so I don't really like using that word, although I do 100% agree that everyone should have equal rights. Does that make sense? Because there's so much bad stuff done in the name of this that I don't feel like I want to be linked to that word, kind of, although the base thing is good. I don't know how to put it really without pissing someone off, but in general I just want everyone to have equal rights. Simply, yeah, exactly, like on a radical level, like Barty said. What is your favorite Office episode? Oof, yes, some Office questions. I don't know the exact episode names or something like that, but I love, like, the last episode is fantastic. When, wait, can I talk spoilers? Yeah, it's an old series. When Michael gets back to Dwight's wedding, I love that one. And then also there's a lot of good ones. What do I pick even? I can't remember specific, like. There's some, yeah, the fire when Dwight kind of fakes the fire and Stanley has a heart attack. That I love that one. And also when he cuts off the face of that like CPR doll. Yeah, there's a lot of moments I would say that are my favorites. Favorite Office character, I would probably, if there's a main character, I would probably say Dwight, but otherwise I really like Creed because he has very small appearances every 2 or 3 episodes, and it's usually like one line, but all of his lines are so perfect. You can just make a compilation of all Creed's appearances, and they're all really funny. So I would say Creed is probably my favorite background character, I would say. And if I miss any question in the chat right now,
happy landing.
Feel free to... Wait, is my audio broken? I couldn't hear that alert. Wait, I'm confused. Let me... Oh, that's Spotify. I can hear that. So I don't know why are the alerts not? Why can I not hear the alerts? I'm confused. What if I replay that?
Another happy
oh, now
landing.
I can hear it. Okay, that was it's just glitched out. Okay. Thank you very much, Barty, for the donation. I need healing. Okay. I don't know what... Are you hurt? Yeah, let me quickly just switch over to the chat a little bit. There's a lot of questions this month. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get through them, Barty. What do you think about the fire time before Boba's concussion missile fires? I kind of think the concussion missile in general is a little bit bad, but the fact that you have the insanely good rocket barrage kind of makes up for that, simply. Would you like to see more vehicles lying around the map? Not sure if lying around the map. I would like to see more vehicles in general, but not just random ones laying on the ground. I actually haven't seen the UK office, Danger Cat. I'm actually rewatching the US version for the 3rd time now. So, but I haven't seen the UK version. I don't know why I've never gotten into it. Yeah, that's the one. Owen, that's the one I talked about with when Dwight starts to fire. That's that one. So yeah. Oh, Barty is actually... Oh, I need healing. Now I see what you mean with healing, Barty. I completely missed that you're the stream boss right now. So yeah, Barty... Barty needs some healing. Would you like ground to space? At some point, yeah. I'm not sure how they can properly pull that off without making it weird, where it kind of sticks to... where it's making enough people being on the different parts at the same time. I think it's going to be very hard to pull that off with actually... having something that's fun gameplay wise and that doesn't get just frustrating after playing it the first couple of times. Back to Discord. Well, what do you think I was a tragedy? What do you mean with that? Like the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? And do you think I can become a successful YouTuber, or do you think I will fail? I have no idea. I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel, Barty. Everyone can succeed if they want to. It's all about trying. I mean, I had like 5 channels probably before this one, which were, I think my highest one had maybe 3,000 subscribers. So it's all about trying, looking at what other people do, not like copying them, but in terms of editing, audio quality. I would say anyone can probably succeed. Is it okay if I go AFK for a short time to make something to eat? Sure thing, Nickor, if you're even watching this right now. If you could... What hero and villain do you most want to come to the game? Cad Bane, and for hero, I guess Obi-Wan, maybe? I mean, Grievous is pretty high up on the list as well, but I mean, if I could just choose one, I would say Cad Bane, because he could have, like, rocket boots, but and blasters, which I think would be... it's not like Boba Fett, but something else. If you could choose a hero from the previous game who could be added to the new game that isn't already in it, who would it be and why? If I can pick 2, I'd probably say Ninab and Dengar. Dengar I thought was really great in the last game, especially his gameplay. And Ninab was just such an underrated character that all of a sudden became really popular. So, yeah, I think Ninab would be nice to have. Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader. Do you mean in game or like in a battle? I mean, Obi-Wan obviously beats Darth Vader. I mean, he's done it once when Darth Vader was kind of at his peak, so to say. So I think Obi-Wan would win that. But they've already battled twice, and Vader won the second time. But I don't know. It depends on when you mean, right? Do you have Lord Jesus Christ in your heart? No, I am not religious, if that's what you mean. If DICE offered a job where you got more money than doing YouTube, would you say yes, or would you stay with the Senate? That's hard to say. I mean, if they offered me a job, I knew I'd probably get more money than doing YouTube, because I know that the salaries there are probably like average game development salary, which would probably be better than I make now, because it's not like I have a million subs, unfortunately. But the problem with DICE in particular is that if I started working there, I would probably have to completely stop doing videos altogether on this channel, which I'm not sure if I could just give up like that. If there was another job, I could still do this, as long as it maybe wasn't in the game industry. And that would be another question. But if we're talking about just cutting off the channel altogether, that's a little bit harder. Exactly, Dengar because of dirt naps. How do you get true copyright on YouTube? Because I think I answered this already, but basically I have a managed partnership with United Screens, which is quite rare, and I'm very fortunate to have that. So I can't get automatic claims. I don't get claims from the in-game music. I don't get claims if I play someone's music, but they can still manually claim it, which is what happened when they claimed like 50 of my videos last year when I used that Star Wars remix, which is why I'm not doing that. But in-game music are being automatically claimed, and I'm safe from that because of the fact that I have a managed partnership.